Gotta put some respect on this fit today. There we go. Drone was fucking awesome. This is my first time out here shooting by myself today. We'll see how the footage looks. Only one crash. First crash. It took it like a champ though. See if we can get the good light going here. That guy always making me look good. Happy Monday, beautiful people. As you can see, we're doing a little office renovation. My goal for the day is to replace this. So basically I've had this like corner and I had wallpaper. This was the cheap DIY way to do this. I bought wallpaper, matte black wallpaper is like 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 strips of wallpaper basically that I just made this corner. And I was like, as long as I keep my camera tight on this corner, it's gonna be fine. But now that I'm doing YouTube content, this is starting to bug me because if you look really close, you can start to see where it's like the wallpaper's fraying. It doesn't look that good. It's starting to come apart. If you look really closely, you can see like the lines, stuff that you guys probably don't notice, but I notice and it bothers me. So I started to pull the wallpaper off. I got some matte black paint that I'm gonna use and we're gonna redo this and we're gonna do it the right way. I don't know how long this is gonna take me. I started pulling it off, but I was like, this should probably go in the weekly vlog. So we're going to pull all this wallpaper off, paint it, at least just like this half of the room we're gonna paint. But I was like, yeah, I should probably do a time lapse and probably put this in the vlog. So let's do that now. Honestly, that went way better than I thought it was gonna go. I'm impressed with myself. I told you guys I'm not very crafty, so anytime I do something like this, I'm like, let's go, do the damn thing. Looks significantly better. Good job, Chase. All right, I don't have much time. In fact, I literally have 62 minutes before my next call, and I'm gonna try to get my easy run in. It's only 6 miles, 6 times 8. 48. This should be around 50 minutes, which is good. I got something to help me go fast too. Not this. This. The new Rokas came in. I traded the other ones in for the all black Matadors. We love a sticker pack. You literally cannot beat all black. It's undefeated. Absolutely undefeated. Oh baby, that's what we wanted. Money, let's get these miles. Yo, it is 12:30 in the afternoon. This is the hottest run I've been on yet. I think it's 95 out here. I feel really freaking good considering I hit 3 weeks in a row at 50-mile weeks, so the legs are feeling fresh, the recovery is working, the game plan is working, the strategy is working. Keeping my heart rate relatively low. We're at 140, 141 right now, and we're cruising. Got the new Rokas on. Thank God it's Monday. Let's go. Almost 5 miles in. One thing I talk about a lot is great coaches have coaches. And a great example of this is, and one of the reasons why I did not want to self-coach through this marathon block and I wanted to bring Casey on is because I just got the bike, right? And my initial thought was, all right, maybe I can replace miles with trainer work, get on the bike. And her pushback was, no, we don't want to replace the running. We want to add. We can complement the running and we can get on the trainer and we can get out on the road and we can add more work, but we don't necessarily want to replace the work that we're doing because of the stimulus it's providing on the legs, of the conditioning it's providing, of getting out and running easy miles all the time. So it's good to have a soundboard to be able to bounce off when you have new variables in your training, like getting a bike or saying, hey, I want to go in the pool, or hey, I want to go do more cross training. Or if an injury pops up, then you address how you can handle that. There are things that Runna and ChatGPT just cannot do, and why I will die on the hill that if you're serious about your marathon training,
half marathon training, ultra training, whatever it is, you need to get a coach. You need to get a coach because there's so many little nuanced things that you're not going to be able to work through and figure out on your own or with AI helping you out. Here's my rant for the day. Let's finish strong.
One minute to spare. Hello, my friend. How we doing? I'm good. I just made a bold choice and did my run in the middle of the day, and I survived. Well, today was unfortunately one of those days you can't work out until the evening, which is my least favorite thing to do. I gotta get my leg day in. It is 6:30. Just put the little guy to sleep. You guys know the rules. We do not fucking negotiate. You heard me. I have a new piece of equipment here, the Nord stick. My buddy ordered this and he had 2 sent to him. So he was like, dude, if you wanna buy it for like $100, it's yours. So I might put that together if I'm feeling up for it. It's late already, so maybe not. You know it's a garage throwdown when you hear this sound. Oh, it's on, baby. I hate to quit on this thing, but been in here an hour 14. It's 7:38 and I'm done for the day. She has defeated me for today, but Nordstick, I promise I will be back. Happy Tuesday, guys. So in last week's video, my homie Chris commented and asked about strides. What is the idea behind strides? What exactly are strides? And when should you use strides? So today, we're talking about strides. So the first question is, what are strides? Think about strides as pickups, and that can be for 20 seconds to 30 seconds is typically how I categorize strides. So for example, I have an 8-mile run today with 6 times 20-second strides. That's what my coach put in. My interpretation of that is, hey, get 8 miles and throw in 6 20-second strides whenever you want throughout the run. Now, some coaches might say, hey, start the run with strides, do all the strides right in the middle, back to back to back, or save the strides for the end. Or they might do a variation of this and say, hey, go do 30-30s, which is pick it up for 30 seconds, drop it down for 30 seconds for like 6, 7, 8 times. 20-20s, same type of concept. Basically, all strides are picking up the pace in an easy run setting. So this is not a hard run. We're just throwing and peppering these into the run. I personally like to knock them out back to back. If I have an 8-mile easy run today with strides, I'll probably go 4 miles, do my strides 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 6 times through. But you might be somebody who says, hey, I want to do 1 stride at the start of every mile or at the halfway point of every single mile, then that's fine too. As long as your coach approves that, that can be a good option for you as well. So when and why might somebody want to include strides in their training? The way I think about strides is an additional way to work on cadence and turnover. Typically we have our 1 speed session a week. Strides allow us the opportunity to not put too much stress on the body because we are doing an easy run, but also to add in some harder efforts, some pickups, so to speak, for these 20-second, 30-second bursts, and get used to picking it up to marathon pace, to threshold pace, to these speeds that we're not necessarily used to hitting all the time. This is gonna be fun. So I got the drone here, the hover. I'm gonna test this out today. First time testing it out on an actual run. I have this little fanny pack type thing. I wouldn't say the drone necessarily fits into it, but it doesn't not fit. I can put it in and that'll just stay open on top. I don't expect to be rocking and rolling and moving and shaking and quaking too much. Past the initial test, I'm gonna rock with that, see if it works, and then try to get the drone up here about 3 or 4 miles into the run, do my strides, and then head on back. So let's see if this works. Before we get into these strides, I wanted to add, what are the benefits? And my 2 cents is, strides can help us develop power, they can help us develop kick,
that help us develop turnover and getting more comfortable going fast. I feel like especially early on in a training block, they're really important because going fast feels clunky, feels weird, it feels awkward. And so to get those extra reps in and turning those feet over and working on muscle memory, muscle efficiency is really freaking important because we want to work on our running economy. And the more reps we can get at a faster clip, the better. And the beautiful part about strides is you're not doing a hard day, you're doing an easy day, and you're adding a little mini hard segment into that easy day. Your body's not getting taxed as much as it would on a hard day, but you are reaping some benefits still of pushing pace and pushing a little bit harder. That's why I'll incorporate those potentially 2 times a week, or whatever my coach tells me to do, I'm gonna do. One last note before I start my strides, they can also help prime you for your speed days. So for example, I have speed work tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, speed work I do on Wednesday. So they help me prime myself for those speed efforts. So I'm not going into those ice cold the day before. I can pick it up, get a little bit comfortable at what I'm gonna do and the paces that I'm gonna be at for my speed work the following day, but not overexert myself to where I'm tired for that effort. So they can also help prime you and set you up for success on those harder days. We just hit mile 4. Let's see if we can get this drone going. All right, let's see how this goes. Alright, that worked so much better than I thought it was gonna work, especially on a greenway like this. I was a little bit nervous when I was passing people, but nobody even seemed to pay it any mind, to be honest. And the dolly mode, where it's in front of me, is sick. Follow mode is sick. Dolly mode, I feel like those shots are gonna be sick. I obviously haven't seen them yet, but I think those are gonna be money. Overall, very successful. Battery life doesn't last very long, but I have 3 batteries, so that's good. It exceeded my expectations on performance for the first flight. Got our strides in, now we got 2 more, and go get this lifted.
Oh man, we are fogging up in here. See, I forgot I had taken an L last night and not finished this thing. We're gonna try to get our push lift in and also finish the Nord stick. She defeated me last night, let's see if she defeats me again. Well, I am soaking wet, and this thing is soaking wet, but she is completed. I have conquered her, and will now be adding her to the arsenal, but we will be putting a towel over top of it because it is already drenched. I just ripped the tape off, but I wasn't recording, so you get it. Good morning, squad. Happy Wednesday. You know what Wednesday is, speed work day. So we'll be heading to the track here in a little bit. It is 4:59 right now. I'm back on the white rice, eggs, and banana train this morning. As you guys saw and can see, there's a lot of prep work that goes into these hard run days, the speed work days and the long run days. If you don't put the work in around your fueling, your hydration, and maximizing your performance when you're out there, you're literally leaving fitness on the table because you're not performing to the level that you're actually capable of. You're performing below that. And so your body isn't getting the stimulus it needs to be able to level up. Take the prep and the pre-work just as seriously as you take the actual workouts, because you will maximize your performance during the workouts, thus creating the maximum stimulus for the workouts, thus reaping the most benefit for the actual workouts. So take the time to dial in your fuel. Take the time to drink the electrolytes before. Take the time to figure out what works best for you intra-run, and then piece it all together. This is something that takes time, but literally every single speed day, every single long run, I'm doing the work to figure out what works best for me, and it's gonna pay off for me in the long run. If you want better training sessions, do better prep work.
All right, on my way to the track right now, and I realized, I look at my Training Peaks workout, and the workout is incorrect. So the paces are slightly off. Casey maybe made a mistake on that. So I'm debating if I should just change it myself or if I should just do another different workout. I could go ahead to next week. Next week's a mile time trial. I don't necessarily want to do that today. I might just do like an 800 workout or something like that. We'll see if she texts me back. I texted her last night and saw that they were off. Hopefully she wakes up this morning and sees it. She has about 10 minutes before I get there. So we'll see if we get an update. Otherwise, it might be a little free-for-all at the track today. Dealer's choice. Stay tuned. Well, we have made it to the track and she has not texted me back, so good morning. So the workout was kind of like 800s anyway. It was alternating half miles, targeting marathon pace and half marathon pace, but these paces are just wrong. All right, so I am gonna do an 800 workout. I just created it in Garmin. All right, sent to watch. I'm going to do a 2-mile warm-up. I'm gonna do 800 repeats at a 5:38 to 5:44 pace. This seems like a hard, challenging effort for me. This is 10 repeats. I have 90 seconds recovery after every single repeat, where I will just walk, jog, recover, take what I need, into a 2-mile cool down. The workout was half-mile pickups, so I feel comfortable kind of switching over to 800 repeats for that. So let's do the damn thing. Update, Casey updated the paces, but I'm committed to this workout at this point, so we're sticking with them. There we go. Oh, let me go get my picture real quick before I forget. Gotta put some respect on this fit today. The black and orange goes.
Let's look at the stats. Perceived effort today, I would say 7. Felt strong. Max heart rate adjusted 201. 10 miles today, average pace 7-minute miles. Warm up was 2 miles at 7:22 pace. So the 800s, we did 10 of them. First one 5:34, second one 5:30, 5:40, 5:28, 5:37, 5:36, 5:36, 5:34, 5:27, 5:28. Fucking crushed all of those. That's a good feeling. Cool down, 2 miles at 6:48 pace. It says that my execution score was 45%, but that's because I was actually going too fast. But I was feeling really good today. I think my coach is going to be happy with the alternate workout that I actually plugged in rather than hers that was a little bit off on the paces. Best feeling in the world to finish a track workout, sun coming up, got the rest of the day to fucking crush. Let's go get it. Guess who has 2 thumbs and whose VO2 max just went up to 62? This guy. That's how you start your day. And now we're gonna add to it. Let's get on that bad boy right there. Get a bike ride in. I'm doing the opposite of an Ironman block workout, which is usually ride, long ride, 2-hour ride, then hop into a run. I'm doing the opposite with this training block. I'm doing my long runs, hard runs, and then hopping onto the bike for a 20, 30-minute ride. This is total experimentation. I think it's going to continue to build the legs because I'm working on them on tired legs. I've told you guys about my reasoning behind hopping on the bike on my hard days. Keep my hard days hard. So let's continue the trend of keeping the hard days hard. Let's see if we can crank this VO2 max up even more. My goal will be 64, 65 on the VO2 max on the watch. This block. Naturally, VO2 max is typically higher than what the watch projects for most athletes, but I would be thrilled if we can get it up to 64, even 65 range. We'll see. Let's hop on this bike. Also, I gotta share this for other people who maybe try to do this in the future. So I was riding the bike. I've had 2 sessions on the trainer. This is the Wahoo Kicker Snap. I got it connected to the bike, everything works. But when I was in Zwift, I was doing these workouts and I could not keep up with the wattage that it was asking me to hit. This was a fairly easy workout and I just could not keep up with the wattage. I have to figure out how to calibrate it because it's off. I was like, I think I just suck at biking, but there's no way because I would go and try to hit the wattage and it would be like almost an all-out effort. And I'm like, something's not right. Like my average wattage for my last ride, I think was 79, which is ridiculously low. So something's off. I'm gonna try to calibrate this thing and then get going. Oh my God. See, again, it said my average wattage was 107, which for that effort that I just did, there's no way. So I love getting on the bike, but I'm incredibly frustrated because it's not accurate reflecting what I'm doing on the bike and what I'm seeing on there, which is really annoying. But we had a good ass workout on there. Count it, but I'm not gonna let my watch accept that. I'm gonna delete it because it's gonna drop my VO2 max.
Oh, what's going on, guys? I think one of the best things that I have done recently is hire somebody to mow the lawn. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy for somebody who likes to be outside and likes to work hard and do cardio and all the things, but like something about mowing the lawn and taking the 2 hours to do it, I'd much rather give $60 to somebody to do that and then use those 2 hours to do whatever the fuck it is that I want to do that is not mowing the lawn. I don't mind mowing the lawn, but it's more about the time that I get back to be able to do the other things, whether that's working out or whether that's spending time with my son or my wife. So I'm leaning more into those type of things at this point in my life of like, how can I get a little bit of time back? I do that with the yard. I pay a wonderful guy, Javier, down the street, $60 to do the front and the back. He does, look at this. He does a phenomenal job. I do this with my grocery shopping. I Instacart. I do Costco orders for Instacart every single weekend. I have not stepped foot in a Costco in a year probably, and I get Costco almost every weekend. Things like that where I'm like, okay, the trade-off is worth it to me for the time back, to give back and invest into the things that I love to do. I know that seems maybe a little bit wasteful at times, but for where I'm at in my life right now, time is moving so freaking fast, and I want as much of it available to me to do the things that I love and that I'm passionate about as I possibly can. So I think that's a good sign off message. Happy week 4 of marathon prep. We are freaking crushing it. This has been a blast to put together. I appreciate all of you guys for staying with me, for the feedback, for the love. Every like, comment, every subscription that you guys do helps me move the needle forward, helps keep me motivated, and we will continue to grow this thing. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around. I will see you in the next video. Peace.